Hello everyone and welcome to Ian's Bricks. I'm outside the Woking Leisure Centre. It's quite a nice morning. The cherry blossoms are out, look, the birds are singing away. It's around about 7:15 in the morning. I've had an hour and a half drive to get here, not too bad, and this is the venue for the Woking Brick Festival. It's the first brick festival I think they've held here in Woking. It's in Surrey. If you don't know where Woking is, it's kind of towards the south west of London. We're relatively close to London, but far enough away sort of to be quite a nice-ish area, not too sort of built up and everything. So this is the venue. It's very early. The actual brick entrance is around the other side of the building, so I'll show you where that is. This is where I've got to unload the car this morning. Ticket sales for today I think have been okay. I think the 11 o'clock tickets are sold out, but that's all, so I think it'll be steady, but I don't think it's going to be massively busy today, but I still expect it to be quite good. So let me show you where I've had to park the car this morning and where we're going to be unloading. This is the tradesman's entrance. There's a couple of entrances just there. I think this is where the main entrance for the Brick Festival is going to be as well. Rather handily, there's a car park right opposite, which has got some football pitches on top. You can't really see, but there are some all-weather football pitches on top of here, so very clever usage of space. And hopefully they'll let us in the next few minutes to start unloading. This is free as well, this car park on a Sunday, so I don't even have to pay for parking, which makes me happy. So yeah, we're just waiting for these doors to open and for the Brick Festival people to let us into the venue. Right, venue's open. I've got my wristband, my trader's wristband. Let's get the car unpacked. We're in. This is my table here, so I've got two front tables, one backing table. I'm kind of in the middle of the hall, but sort of off to one side. This is the venue. It's quite a decent size, fairly average for the kind of sports halls that we get for these brick shows. As you can see, it's pretty quiet at the moment. Few things set out, but lots more planning, lots of things to do before we all get finished. I need to get my tablecloths, get the rest of my sets, and get this all set up. Done. All the stuff is out of the car. As you can see, this is my last trolley load here, and I've got quite a few boxes to unpack. Need to put my tablecloths on as well. I've got myself a couple more chairs. I always find quite a lot of chairs useful because I spread my plastic bags out on there. So right, I need to start getting this all put together. I think I'm going to start by tablecloths on and putting the shelving units up first. Tablecloths are on. It's already looking better than when I first came in with those horrible bare tables. Now it's the unenviable task of emptying all these boxes. All the sets are out of their boxes, quite a few things here. A lot of organising to do. As you can see, they're all kind of a bit messy at the moment, so we'll start stacking the sets up. We've got some of the larger sets at the back, and I'm going to leave a space at the front somewhere as well for some of the poly bags, so plenty for me still to do. I'll just give you a quick spin around as well as what the venue is looking like. As you see, it's a lot busier than it was earlier. Most of the traders are all starting to set up and things like that now, so it's looking quite good so far, but still quite a lot to do before we open. I'm not quite sure what time it is at the moment, but we've probably got an hour and a half until we open at the moment. Here we have it, table is complete, and I've got time to spare as well. I've not been rushing around too much today. I've got a few more labels to put on, price labels, so you'll probably see straight away, say like the Indiana Jones in the question mark block, haven't got prices on. I just need to go and do a few more prices, but I'll show you some of the sets I've got. I've bought all the Bricklink sets again, just realised that that one there is now the wrong way around, so I'm going to have to spin that round. And some of my larger sets are towards the back. I'll just have a scan over and show you some of the things I've got. Usual stuff really that I sell at these fairs and things. Got some Speed Champions over to the left hand side, all the smaller sets to the front, loads and loads of brick heads, as you can see as I scroll along. Tons of brick heads. So I hope people like brick heads because I've got a lot of them. We scroll along here, then we get into sort of a few Harry Potter things over this side, and as we scroll up, I've got my base plates there. I thought I'd put that on display. I know it's quite a high price on that, but that's what they sell for. Some Star Wars sets, and as we go up, and then right at the top we've got the Lego House exclusives, and over here we've got the Pirate, which is my last one actually. Last one of those to sell. My Scooby-Doo sets are down here, and then we've got quite a few Star Warsy things over this side. And then right at the end I've got a little area here where I've got quite a few of the poly bags. Obviously I've got these Lord of the Rings and Hobbit poly bags recently at an auction hall, so I thought it was a perfect opportunity to bring these along to this show and display them. So that is what my stall looks like. I'll go and get my labels done and I'll give you a show around the rest of the exhibition. So that's all my prices on. I've got about 15 minutes now until the show actually opens. So let me give you a quick guide around some of the other things that are on display here at the Woking Brick Festival. Next to my stall today is Mark from In Bricks We Trust. He's all set up and ready to go. This is only his 4th show. He's got a load of these sort of poly bags and foil bags and things, loads and loads of figures, and then he's got all his sets over here. We've been comparing some prices. It's quite interesting. Some of the prices I'm a bit more expensive, some of the prices he's a bit more expensive, so that's how it goes sometimes. So we've got a few duplicates, but he's got a lot of other different stuff as well that I don't have. And then next to us over here we've got the game zone, where we've got the computer games on, and then over here is the build activity area, and we've got the colouring station as well. Got the RC zone down here where you can have a remote controlled vehicle. I've never had a good close look at these actually. They look pretty good. And over here we've got the building area, the building zone, where you've got different colours of Lego bricks. Even some photo opportunities as well over here. There's all the white pieces. We've got yellow and we've also got blue as well. Here's a London Underground train, which I think I've seen at some of the shows before, but I'm always impressed by these models that some of these builders make. And this is by Brick My World. Hopefully you can scan that QR code there. This is the loose brick section here, so it's £8 per cup. Obviously if you're after a particular colour or piece of brick, there's a lot of sorting to have to be done, but certainly there's a good selection of stuff there. And then over here we have some of the models on display. So this person here has bought loads and loads of Star Wars stuff. If you're into your Star Wars, maybe there's some sets here that you've never seen before. I'm assuming there's some mocks in here as well by the look of things. Very, very impressive display of all sorts of different Lego ships and vehicles. Round here we have some of the large scale, I think these are 3D printed Lego sets. Just out of interest they do. You can pick those up, but yeah, they're quite hard plastic those, but let me just pop that back there. But we've got the original vehicles as well that they're supposed to represent. I love the way that the sticker on the front of that has also been represented on the front of there as well. Very clever. Actually, it looks as though these shell bits here are actually inserts, look. And over here we have a fantastic looking castle model with all sorts of stuff going on. We have a big Lewis wood, that is, by the look of it. We've got a huge castle there, look at that. But the display that goes with it, with all the outbuildings, there's a little river down here. We've got some tents, a bit of jousting going on there. All the foliage, a windmill as well, looking pretty good. And over here we've got more of the, by Mike Freeman, we've got more of the mini builds here. Again, we've got the original version and the 3D printed version. Tell me what you think about the 3D printed version. Obviously it doesn't have the Lego logo on there, but I think it's a nice idea. It's certainly a bit different, and I do like to see these upscaled Lego pieces. We've got a couple of the Lord of the Rings mosaics here, which I've seen before at the last Brick Festival. But next to that, we have probably one of the best things I've seen in a long time. Minifig Jez, this is his stall here. This is his big sig fig there. But what he's done is, there's his QR code if you're not subscribed to his channel. I know he's got more subscribers than I have nowadays, but yeah, that's his QR code. But he's built this, which is a 6x scale of an old Lego set. So this is set 886, which is the one of the old Lego space sets. This is the original here. There's the original box. This is the set. This is 1978, 79, I think. Looking fantastic. So there's the original box, and he's literally upscaled everything by 6, but it's all built from Lego pieces. So we've got the wheels, we've got the studs under there, we've got the figure as well, with the printed torso on there with the space logo. He's done loads of videos on how he put this all together and which parts he used, so check out his channel if you haven't already. He's even managed to do an upscale box as well. We've also got the original instructions behind there. This is the original model, what that looks like. So that is the original 886 in all its glory. And he's even done a little baby micro scale version as well, which is fabulous. And then just to sort of show you how it sort of looks, what he's done is he's got the, this is what a Lego piece looks like. That's been upscaled times by 6. And then you've got the 1x1 Lego brick there, which he's done the same thing again to show you what that looks like in times 6 scale. And that's the scale that he's used for that entire model. Very, very ingenious. Love how that all looks. And what's nice as well is he's also got all of the blue space minifigures that have ever been made, from the nano figure to the space babies to the micro fig from one of the games all those years ago. Classic Spaceman and Benny. There's a minifig Jez Sigfig on there. We've even got the Christmas decoration, a torch key ring, a brick head, and we get to even bigger ones. We've got the giant nightlight and also the plush spaceman, which is the biggest of them all. And they all go together looking like that. We've even got some lights showing on the back there as well to make it more spacey. And then next to that we also have the collection of all of the spacemen in all the different colours, from the classic ones to the little baby ones as well. I hope you agree that this looks all pretty fantastic. Right, I've just been outside and there's a queue of people in this hall over to the left hand side, all waiting to get in already, so I've got 5 minutes to go. I'm going to have a quick bite to eat and then let the show commence. Right, the doors are open, people are starting to stream in, so yeah, I've got a few people made a beeline to my stall, which is always good. I best get sorting them out. That's the first hour out of the way, so the 11 o'clock people are just starting to come through the door. It's been a fairly steady morning, smaller sets to be fair. I've not sold any big sets yet, but it's been okay. I've had quite a little rush on to start with. Mark's doing a roaring trade from in Bricks We Trust as well. He's chatting away and as he's having quite a good morning as well. So yeah, 11 o'clock people are coming in, so it should start to get quite busy now for the next hour or so. Right, I've had quite a busy last hour actually. I've sold some bigger sets finally, which is really, really good. And it's been steady. I say it's not going to be my busiest show ever, definitely not, but it's certainly been okay so far. It's quite nice as well that it's not too busy. It means I can sort of relax a little bit, and I'm sort of trying to show you sort of how many people are around. It's relatively steady in here, lots of people browsing, but it's not too manic, so it makes it slightly more pleasant atmosphere for traders and for people looking around as well. Anyway, let's get back to my stall because I've got people looking at things. One of the Brick Festival staff members have just come round and given me my my commemorative brick. You get one of these at all the festivals, and it's a really nice thing to have. I've got quite a lot of these. I've actually got a little stand with most of them on, but it needs updating because it got a little bit high and it wasn't standing up very well. So I need to update that because I've got one from the last show at Bournemouth as well, which isn't in that stand. So thank you very much, Brick Festival, for these. These are always much appreciated. You get little bits on the back of these as well. I think if you go to all the shows, it probably creates something, but there's quite a few shows that I obviously don't go to. But yeah, thank you very much for that. As you can see, it's pretty quiet now. Time-wise, we are 2:30, so we've still got an hour and a half left of the show. Maybe I'll get the odd sale here and there, but it's pretty much dried up now sales-wise. So we've got a nice, easy hour and a half just to sit around and chat with some of the other vendors and some of the other displayers as well. There's my stall there, and next to my stall, I forgot to take a video of this earlier. This is the Little Brickworth Farm by Marcus, and this is a really nice set. We've got moving parts. We've got the Vectus wind turbines. Remember those? I had a few of those on my stall a while ago, and I think what's really nice about this sort of whole thing is you've just got so much going on. He's had this at a show before. The train's going back and forth, a little logging train, which is nice to see. Spends all day going back and forth. But the river is fantastic. I do love how the river looks. And apparently this is a new addition to the diorama. And it's the houseboat. Apparently he's used two of the, I think the creator houseboats to build this. And he's even put some ducks. And the woman's throwing, that's bread. And she's throwing bread into the canal or the river to feed the ducks, and you've got the little dog as well. So, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. You've got a little house over here with some chicken and eggs and things like that. and you've got a whole farm situation here. Loving the sunflowers over there, so that all looks fantastic. It's 10 to 4 o'clock and it's pretty much dead in here now. Everyone's left. Just really traders around, one or two people milling around. I've actually started to pack away already, which is a little bit naughty, I know, but you know, it saves me a bit of time. And this is what I have left on my store. It's a little bit of a mess because I've taken my units down, but I actually sold quite a few big sets in the end. It was a bit slow to start with the bigger sets, but eventually I sold quite a few of them. Sold 3 of the large Bricklink sets, so that was really, really good. So pleased about that. Still got a few sets left, as you can see. There was quite a few duplicates, so I was able to replenish as the day went on. And as you can see, I've taken my big stand down, just sort of busy packing this all away at the moment. It's sort of all a little bit of a mess behind me, but yeah, still got quite a few sets left, but that's okay. I've got a show coming up in Exeter in 2 weeks time, so I'll be taking most of the things I've got left over from this show to Exeter. But yeah, we're going to wait 10 more minutes till we can officially start packing things away, and hopefully it'll be quite a quick getaway for me today. Pack-up's going pretty well so far, so all my Lego are in these boxes here. All these boxes over here are completely empty, so it's always nice to go home with a few empty boxes. I've got my trolley down there, I've got a few bags and things around. It's still a bit of a mess, but it shan't take me too long to get done. Mark next to me, he's packing away quite well as well. He's got these big boxes, and he's sort of pretty much wheeling stuff out to his car now. So yeah, let's get these all in the car, and hopefully this shouldn't take too long. Right, I'm all done. My table's packed away. There's my final trolley with all my last bits of stuff on there. And that's pretty much it for the Brick Festival. As you can see, the rest of the venue is pretty much empty, and everyone's packed away. And yeah, everyone's gone. I'm always one of the last here. It always takes me ages to pack away, but it's fine. So I'm going to get myself over to my car, put the last of the few things away in that trolley, and I'll do a final roundup. And before I forget, I just wanted a quick shout out to a few people that came to my stall today. There was Mike and Hannah, so hello to you. I know they've been to a couple of shows and said hello, so that's very nice when people come up and sort of recognise me and say hello at the shows and stuff. And also a big shout out to Adrian, who bought the Winnie the Pooh and the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. I thought that might sell today, so thank you very much, Adrian, for buying that from me. It is much appreciated. And thank you for coming over to say hello, and everybody else that came to say hello as well. That is pretty much it from the Woking Brick Festival. There's my car there. It's all packed away. It's always much easier to pack the car away coming home because you've got fewer boxes and things like that. It's been a very good show. I have to say, I have had busier shows than this. I've certainly made more money at shows than this in the past, but it's still been a very, very good show. I think if I sort of compare this to my average of last year, I would say this show is pretty much on average with what I would consider a good to average show. So it's been a very, very good show for me, and I think a lot of the other traders did quite well as well, having a chat to some of those. It did quite an awful lot towards the afternoon, but that happens quite a lot at these brick shows. Anyway, I've got around about an hour and a half journey to go home. Get home. I'll decide when I get home later if I'm going to unpack the car or not. I might leave that till tomorrow morning. I've not got to take the car anywhere else, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I hope you enjoyed my day at the Woking Brick Festival. Just the last few traders now all leaving and going home for the rest of the day. So yeah, it's over and out from me. I'm going to drive home. It looks as though it's been raining by the look of it. Obviously, when you're in these halls, you never know what the weather's like. But it looks like having a little bit of rain, but it's been dry for us packing away, so that's kind of okay. And of course, I am underneath the car park as well with the sports pitch on top. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. Thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye out for a roundup video, which I'll probably do in a week or so's time. Keep an eye out for that. And my next Brick Festival, I've got Exeter Brick Festival. I think it's the 27th of April, and then a week later, I think it's the 3rd of May, perhaps, I think is the Southampton Brick Festival. Check out those dates on the calendars if you're able to make any of those shows coming up. I'll hopefully see you there. But that's it for me. I'm going to go home, stop talking, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.